How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another video for you. We'll be doing another episode review of Hawkeye from Disney+. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is like emotion-wise, this is probably my favorite episode. More so with the fact that at this point, in between trying to figure out what's going on, and Hawkeye trying to collect the pieces of what was left of the Ronin. He's also having to deal with the fact that he can't be with his family. After the events of the first episode, he talks to both Jack and Eleanor, who is Eleanor being Kate's mother, and after the conversation is able to retrieve the sword, or the Ronin sword for that matter, and eventually ends up going back to the hideout for him and Kate. And to kind of cheer up Hawkeye, Kate proceeds to kind of make a brief Christmas celebration for him, which honestly I think was really nice, very wholesome. It gets really deep though when they start talking about the Ronin, and Kate kind of guesses that the Ronin used to be Hawkeye, and Hawkeye kind of goes over why he did the things he did, basically with the fact that because of the blip, he at this point did what he was originally trained to do, which was kill people. And if anything, the only good shot that he ever took was the one he didn't, word for word, which was the one that didn't kill Black Widow when he was originally told to. Going further, they end up having to hunt down the Rolex that was brought up in the first episode, which Hawkeye briefly mentions that this particular Rolex is connected to somebody, which I'm kind of wondering if it involves his wife, because there's clearly something up with her, because she mentions the Rolex. And also, at some point in the conversation between her and Hawkeye talking, she starts talking in German. So I kind of feel like there's something up with her to an extent. I don't know, but that's my thought process right now. They inevitably find out where the Rolex is at, but it turns out it's actually at Maya's apartment. Maya being the mob boss, or the leader for the sweatsuit or tracksuit mafia. So at that point, she ends up trapping Kate, who kind of barges in to the apartment, and they begin fighting. And while Hawkeye is being on lookout, proceeds to get attacked by as well, but not by somebody who is associated with Maya, somebody completely different, or maybe associated with Maya, probably because they want revenge too, I don't know. But in the end, it's obviously somebody who is well trained and has the same gear as Black Widow, and it's uncovered that the person who attacked them after Maya runs away, after Kate firing an arrow into her shoulder, finds out that the other individual was actually a Black Widow assassin. Meaning at this point, things are about to get a lot more crazier than they anticipated, because at this point, with a Black Widow assassin being involved, people are probably going to die. So, all in all, again, I think if anything, the emotional bits about this episode were really good. I really enjoyed it. More so the sincere moments where we have Hawkeye kind of talking about how he dealt with the blip was really good for me. A really funny moment. I will say there's really funny moments in these episodes so far. Really funny moment so far has been the moments with the LARPers, especially with Kate kind of making a deal with them to get the trick arrows, and asking them, to make not just, not getting, they want to get materials for costumes. And basically she said, well, instead of that, how about I give you materials for not just 2 people, but 2 other people. And she kind of like, I know somebody who desperately needs a costume. So I thought that was pretty funny. But all in all, this episode was good. I'm looking forward to watching more and more as we progress. But with everything, so far the show has been really good. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Go and take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.